All right, as a municipal leader, you are constantly focused on delivering value. It's the whole game, right? But what if one of the most powerful tools for doing that comes from a place we usually try to avoid, the retail sales counter? Today, we're going to dig into a concept I call the municipal upsell, and I promise it could totally change how you think about serving your community.
We've all heard this question, or some version of it, a million times. It's the classic retail upsell, and let's be honest, our first reaction is usually a little bit of an eye roll. We know exactly what's going on here.
In the private sector, the motive is crystal clear. They want to increase the size of the sale, boost the profit from that one transaction. Our guard goes up because we know it's about getting more of our money. But just for a second, let's put that feeling aside and just look at the mechanism itself.
Okay, now let's make a hard pivot. What if we could take that same concept, that upsell, but strip away the profit motive entirely? What if we could transform it into a powerful tool for public service? Seriously, what if upselling wasn't just some slick tactic, but a core responsibility of good government?
This right here, this is the fundamental difference. Unlike a store, our transaction with the resident is already done. The profit, you could say, has already been collected through their taxes. So our goal isn't to get more money from them. It's to maximize the value of the investment they've already made. And this leads us to what I call the prepaid membership mindset. Let's just reframe how we think for a moment. Your municipality isn't just a service provider, it's more like a club. Your residents, they're the members. And their taxes, well, those are their annual dues, paid in full. This completely changes our job description. We're not just administrators anymore. We're more like member success managers. Our main job is to make sure every single member uses every single amenity they're entitled to.
Let me paint you a picture to make this really clear. Imagine a gym member. They pay a pretty hefty annual fee. They show up every day, they're dedicated, they put in their 30 minutes on the treadmill, and then they go home.
And they walk right past the amazing pool, the brand new sauna, and the free yoga classes, all because nobody ever bothered to tell them that all of that stuff was already included in their membership. Now, if you were the gym manager and you saw this happening day after day, would you just say nothing? Of course not. That's not just a missed sales opportunity, it's a fundamental failure to deliver the value that was promised and paid for. So that's the big idea, that's the mindset. But what does this actually look like on the ground? In the day-to-day hustle of City Hall. Let's get practical and look at a few examples. Okay, here's what it looks like. A resident comes in to pay a water bill in person. You upsell them on the new online portal that'll save them a trip next month. A new business owner comes in asking for a permit application. You upsell them on a free pre-development meeting that could save them thousands of dollars and weeks of delays. A parent is signing their kid up for a Parks and Rec class. You upsell them on the totally free concert series in the park they had no idea was even happening. Now, the crucial thing to see here is that these aren't sales gimmicks. They're not sneaky tactics. Every single one of these interactions is a deliberate act to increase your residents' return on investment. You're proactively making sure they walk away with the absolute maximum value from their tax dollars. So we've got the mindset and we've got the tactics. But to really anchor this in your organization, we have to get to the core philosophy that drives it all. And this whole approach is built on one simple but incredibly powerful idea about value itself. This is the mantra. This is what you should write down. Value that is not valued is not valuable. I mean, just think about that for a second. It doesn't matter how amazing a service is in theory. If your residents don't know it exists, if they can't access it, or if they don't understand the benefit, it has no value. Its worth is zero until a person actually uses it and benefits from it. Think about the unvalued value that might be hiding in your own city right now. That super sophisticated GIS mapping tool your IT department spent a year building? If planners aren't using it, its functional value is zero. The huge, expensive ebook collection the library subscribes to. If residents don't know it's there, its value is zero. A beautifully planned library program performed to an empty room. Its value is zero. Without actively selling these prepaid resources, we are basically failing to realize the return on an investment our residents have already made. And once you really get that, our mission comes into sharp focus. We have to reclaim the word selling. We need to separate it from all the greasy commercial stuff and reframe it as what it actually is in our world, a noble act of public service. The author Daniel Pink absolutely nailed this idea. He wrote that true selling isn't about depriving someone of their resources, but about leaving them better off in the end. I mean, that's a perfect definition for our work, isn't it? Every interaction should leave the resident better off. And here's the knockout punch. This is the most critical distinction of all. In our world, the transaction is already over. Our residents have already parted with the resources. They've paid their taxes. This fact doesn't let us off the hook from selling the value. It makes our ethical duty to deliver that value a million times more important.
So I'll leave you with this question to take back to your teams. The money is in the bank. The membership is paid in full. The only question left is, how will you and every single person in your organization make sure that your residents are truly better off in the end?